What up, YouTube Elleix? Come back at you with another custom StarCraft cast. Today we have a pro 1 versus 1 matchup featuring the Cosmonarchy mod. For those of you not familiar with the Cosmonarchy mod, it basically builds an entirely new game in the Brood War engine. It's crazy, and my fault. Last time I didn't realize that these were pro players. I'm not as well versed in the pro Brood War scene. That is on me. Let's go ahead and introduce them. Spawning on the top right-hand side of the map, it's our orange Protoss player Oya going up against his opponent. Spawning on the bottom left-hand side of the map, it's our green Zerg player Sziky. We already have some action on the map. This Protoss Zealot running away from the Zerg Zethrockers, our Zergling equivalent. Will this Zealot survive? And I think it will, with the support of the Ecclesiast, a ranged Protoss unit that is unique to the Cosmonarchy mod. It reminds me of a Zealot if a Zealot was a Marine. It does shoot up and down as far as I know. These Zethrockers running on the very top edge of the screen. I can't even keep up with them. Man, Sziky is really trying to do some damage here at the same time, though, getting some good scouting information and seeing that his opponent has not expanded yet. Oh, man. Looks like at least one probe going down. The rest of the Zethrockers are also going down, so all things considered, not necessarily a catastrophic event for Oya, and Oya just now throwing the expansion away from the eyes of his green Zerg opponent. Meanwhile, taking a look at what we got going on for our Zerg player, he has not expanded yet. One thing I should mention about the Cosmonarchy mod, I've said it before, expansions and tech in general come a lot slower. So once you get up to like Tech 3, you're getting to some really crazy meta. Anyway, some Quasilisks here as well. Kind of a mix between Hydralisks and Zerglings. They're like a mini Hydra. They do shoot up and down as far as I know. Yes, they do. And a Zerg Circuit Cesiant here as well as anti-ground static defense for our Zerg player. Will push the Protoss army back just a little bit. And it looks like Oya is trying to bait the Zerg army, but this is a lot of stuff for Sziky. Man, that Zerg Circuit Cesiant, I feel like that range is crazy. Is that just me? I don't know, man. Anyway, a lot of these Zerg units running down the ramp. It looks like Oya opting to run back home. Keep in mind, he is officially on 2 bases. He's just now kind of getting this thing saturated. Meanwhile, Sziky is still on the 1 base, and just as I said it, the Zerg Drawlith, the drone equivalent, coming in to expand in the natural base location. Nothing too crazy just yet. Also, for those unfamiliar with the Cosmonarchy mod, you can select as many units as you want. As you can see, we have 19 Quasilisks and 7 Drawless. No, sorry, not Drawless, Zethrockers. I'm trying so hard to keep up with the names. And also, you have a Zerg Egg. So this Zergling equivalent can morph into our Quasilisk. But just as they're morphing in, we have a lot of Protoss units here. It looks like a mix of Zealots and Ecclesiasts, and that is it. Keep in mind, though, the Ecclesiast does have a ranged attack. And here we go. Action in the natural base location for the Zerg player. I don't know if this is enough Protoss stuff, though. It looks like it actually might be. These Protoss units are just so tanky compared to the Zerg units. Suddenly, it looks like the natural base location may be in trouble. Some Zerglings here running in to reinforce this, though. The Zethrockers, excuse me. Ultimately able to hold this Protoss army at bay, but for how long is the question. These Zerg Circuit Cesiants are up on the high ground and kind of away from the natural base. We do have more warping in, though, in the natural base location. This one just about halfway finished. It will go down, actually. I'm not sure if it got canceled or not. And here we go. The natural base under fire. Oya has to be careful not to overextend himself, though. He could lose this army if he's not careful. We have a lot of reinforcements coming down from the main base. So much action already, but what's going on here? We have air units. I totally missed this. The Calculisk, one of my least favorite units to deal with in the Cosmonarchy mod. This is crazy. So meanwhile, we have the natural base under fire. There is some static defense here, but it doesn't look like it's doing anything. This does shoot up and down, but I guess the Calculisks are out of range. Meanwhile, though, a Positron here to provide some backup fire for the Protoss player, but the Calculus, man, oh no. A lot of these these probes, the Protoss scribes in this case, forced to kind of be away and in the defense range of the Protoss matrix. 2 kills on this one. How many kills on the other one? 9 kills. So 11 kills total. And it looks like Oya opting to run back home to deal with these things. A Positron here as well being built, as well as the Drakadin, our Dragoon equivalent. And the Calculus with 9 kills still alive here. What is this? We also have a Zerg Nathrocker, which is alive with 9 kills as well. It will go down. That was a huge pickup for our green Zerg player Sziky. So while he was dealing with a lot of stuff at the natural base location, he was able to kind of sneak a couple army units away and do some damage of his own. By the way, the Protoss Ardent Authority, a really cool building. This is where the Positron comes from. And right here we have another one. It looks like it's flying, but I'm pretty sure this is a ground unit, if I'm not mistaken. And yes, it is. It's like a motorcycle or something. I'm not entirely sure if that's what I would equate it to, but that's what it looks like to me. Oh man, this poor Zethrocker will go down, but did its job spotting the army for the Protoss player. We'll see how Sziky reacts to this. I mean, he has a decent static defense in the natural and main base. There's also the Lakazilisk, which is our lurker equivalent, and the Zoryus Lalith, which is an anti-ground unit, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. So it's like a big melee ground unit. It looks like a dinosaur to me. Super, super sick. And here we go, more action in the natural base location for the Zerg player. Oya trying to do some damage of his own. And meanwhile, doing a drop of his own as well with a couple Positrons and a shuttle. In this case, a Protoss Envoy. And flying away, as you can see, we have 2 Positrons in it right now. Also locking his opponent in the main base. But what is this? A Zerg Ultra Core. The Ultralisk equivalent. It does have 400 HP. This is going to be crazy. This Positron doing a little dance. That is hilarious. Oh, man. Okay, but the Protoss Envoy flying across. I'm not so sure if I would go for the natural base or if I would also go for the main base once again. This is a lot of Zerg stuff, though. And look at this. Look at how fast the Ultra Cores move, forcing the Protoss player to retreat just a little bit more. We'll see. We'll see if he can handle this army back home. Do we have any static defense back home? Kind of, but more in the mineral line than anything. Oh, but we have the Protoss Acantors here. Our Reaper equivalent. Oh, sorry, Reaver equivalent. I was in StarCraft 2 mode for a second. Our Reaver equivalent. It is a very good unit. This Protoss Zealot is like, wait for me, I'm almost dead. And what else? A Protoss Servitor. What does this do? It shoots up and down. I'm not so familiar with this unit, I don't think. But there's a lot of stuff going on, I gotta say. Oh, man, what are these? Zerg Vovrockers. Oh, these are ground units. I thought they were flying units. Can they jump up cliffs, or are they just fast-moving units? We'll keep an eye on this. It looks like they don't jump cliffs, but we haven't really seen them run near any cliffs yet. I think these are basically our Speedling equivalents, and they are moving fast, I gotta say. Trying to do some damage, but I think most of them going down. Maybe not most of them, but a lot of them going down. This Zerg Drawlith here, part of the party. He's like, well, you know, I don't feel like working. Let's crack a few beers and chill out with the main army. And this is an army I would feel safe with for sure, especially with the Ultra Cores mixed in. But there's a lot of splash damage with these Protoss Acantors, I gotta say. We don't have a lot of crazy tech yet for the Protoss player. I feel like the most tech we're seeing right now are those Ultralisk equivalents. Man, these Vovrockers able to get away from the shots of the Acantors, and it looks like both players are happily macroing up into what I would consider the mid to late game at this point. That was a misclick, and I know why that was a misclick is because I don't think you have a supply cap in Cosmonarchy. So the betrayal, rest in peace, Protoss units. I'm not so sure what went down. It might have been a positron. Oh, man. But these speedlings, man, They are just running all around the map, giving so much vision and map control for our green Zerg player Sziky. Sziky with an expansion here as well. And one thing I also want to say is we have different economy mechanics for the Cosmonarchy mod. So I believe it's the Protoss Artisan, which is a flying kind of harvester that doesn't need a nexus. All you have to do is fly it somewhere, and then it can harvest stuff and remotely transfer them to you. But we're not seeing any of that from our Protoss player. It's possible he's not super familiar with the Cosmonarchy mod. That is definitely a possibility. Will this Nexus get canceled? I hope it will. Oh, man. Looks like Oya is actually going to try and save this thing, and he might be able to. This is why they're pro players, and I'm not. Great reaction from our orange Protoss player. A lot of movement here as well, though, from our Zerg player. He's keeping the main army back home, though, potentially waiting for what is going to be a push towards the natural base location, if not the main. And a Dark Archon here as well, the Protoss Mind Tyrant. I love that name. It looks so cool, man. Looks like it's shaping up to be a big engagement at base number 4 for our Zerg player. Oh, okay, here we go. We also have the Protoss Pariah here as well. I think this thing hits up and down, but it's melee, which is really interesting. Here we go. Will this base survive? Looks like Sziky isn't necessarily keen on attacking this army just yet, and this is a scary army, to be fair. The 4th base going down for our Zerg player. Oya getting a really good engagement here, but it looks like Sziky is finally engaging the Protoss army. Will he be able to do enough damage to keep it at bay, though? And this is looking like a really scary army for Oya, especially with the Akantor support on the back of all this. They have crazy splash damage potential. And here we go. It looks like the Protoss player is able to push through towards the natural base location. What is this, though? Zerg Protalithors. Hopefully I said that right. Protalithors. Oh man, that is a mouthful. I thought it was like a corrupted or infested Protoss unit, but it's not. This is, let's see, it's an anti-ground and anti-air unit, and it looks like it has some crazy range. What is the range? 10. That is actually wild, so it's almost like a siege unit. We'll see if this is able to keep the Protoss army away from the natural base location. Now it looks like we just have mostly Acantors left. There's a Pariah here and a Mind Tyrant as well. The Ultralisk able to break the line just a little bit, but ultimately will go down. These Zerg Protalithors are just doing so much work at keeping this Protoss army from engaging too directly. Some big shots, I think, from the Acantors. And it looks like the Zerg army is dwindling just a little bit, but the Protoss army is also a lot smaller than it was a moment ago. The natural base still alive. We'll see if Oya decides to stay here. It looks like he might be thinking about retreating. At the same time, though, he is reinforcing, and this was spotted by our Zerg player with that Zergling. Oh, no. Looks like this base, though. Base, what is this? Number 3. Possibly being spotted, and by possibly being spotted, I mean absolutely being spotted. I meant possibly, like, it's possibly base number 3. I lost count, man. Do these Mind Tyrants do damage? No, they don't. They have shields and spell casting abilities. Unfortunately, we can't see what spells they have. As the name suggests, it looks like they probably do mind control things. Potentially, maybe. I don't know. I can neither confirm nor deny. This Zerg Ultra Core is alive. It has just 100 HP left. It's healing a lot, actually. Wait a minute. Okay, yep, it does go down. I think there was just another Zerg unit right next to it. I was like, did it just revive? I'm not so sure. So much action on the map. It looks like this base will likely go down. And what is this? What are we seeing right now? Oh, maybe it was the Acantors. Yep, the Acantors doing a lot of splash damage here, and this is actually a really good move from our Protoss player Oya, splitting his army so well, keeping the Zerg player from defending this base and ultimately taking this base down. This is a huge, huge hit for Sziky. We'll see if he can make it through. Oh, and here we go. My favorite structure, the Zerg I-Roll Iris. That is a really expensive structure. I think it's like 900 gas or something like that. Here we go. Another big engagement. I mean, this natural base is a hot spot right now for the action, I gotta say. The Zerg Convolisks as well with 6 range. They will be able to support, but not as well as those units with the 10 range, I feel like. Oh, was that a misclick? I'm not so sure, actually. We have the Zerg Lakazilisk here with 5 kills. It's been there, I feel like, the entirety of the game. And a bit of a quiet moment. And just as I said it, more action here as well. The Zerg Protathalors, excuse me, with their 10 range. Able, once again, to keep this army at bay. It looks like neither player wants to overextend too much. To be fair, though, Oya is on the enemy side of the map. And we have a lot of stuff here as well. Wow, I mean, there's a lot going on. Wait a minute. So this is this is Oya's stuff. And this is, oh, wait a minute, Oya. Oh, man. Okay, I didn't notice that. He was able to take a Zerg Drawlith. I was like, this is orange. This is orange, but we have what is going to be a Hacharosk, a hatchery equivalent for our Protoss player. Oh, that is so sick. I haven't seen this kind of play in so long. What a troll. This is amazing. And keep in mind, there is no supply cap, so he can build basically 2 armies. Oh, this is super cool. Some Cesians coming down as well. These will end up being static defense most likely for our Zerg/Protoss player. For our Protoss player, we'll keep it consistent. He's just using Protoss stuff right now. Oh, man. We have the Vilga Rockers here as well. This is basically alien. I mean, look at it. It's totally alien. So is the Pariah, but it's like a mecha alien. I said it in my last one, man, but it's just so cool looking. I don't know if Sziky realizes that one of his workers was stolen. In all the chaos, I didn't even notice. But they are pros, so I wouldn't put it past him to know and to potentially suspect that his Zerg brethren are going to be betraying him sometime soon. What is this? Oh, more Zerg stuff from Oya. No, this is Sziky. Never mind. Wait a minute. This is Sziky. I think this is Oya. Oh, what? This is getting confusing. Yep. Those orange structures are Oya. So this is right in front of Sziky's face. He knows. He knows at this point. That is absolutely hilarious. What a troll. This army, I mean, it's got the range, but I'm not so sure it's got the numbers, unfortunately. And soon, look at this. We're going to have a lot more Protoss reinforcements. It looks like the Mind Tyrant can link itself to other units. I don't know if this is giving more defense for our Protoss units. I mean, this is carrier equivalent, the Solarian, a really cool unit. I mean, it's like a carrier equivalent. Of course it's cool, but I'm biased because I'm a dirty Protoss player. I just want to see the Zerg units, man, from our Protoss player. That's going to be so cool. Wait a minute. We already have some. We have the Zergling equivalents. So Zerg plus Protoss. This is ridiculous. We'll see if Sziky can hold off. I mean, the Solarians are going to be really hard to deal with. Can the Protathalors shoot up and down? Yes, they can. So they do have the range. They will be able to potentially snipe the Solarians. Unfortunately for Sziky, though, he is stuck on 2 bases. Meanwhile, our Protoss player, Oya, has the entire northern part of the map, and he also has a base down here. This is amazing. Can our Zerg player hold? I'm not so sure anymore. There's just a lot of stuff, but at the same time, the Protoss army does appear to be getting dwindled down just a little bit. These Protathalors with their range are just doing so much damage. The only thing that stands out to me right now is that our Zerg player is stuck on the 2 bases. So unless he can expand and get more economy, I'm not so sure he can keep up. But the Protoss army is actually going down. Are we witnessing a potential comeback? Is that what we're seeing right now? From our Zerg player? I mean, there's a lot more stuff coming from the Protoss player, to be fair. But the morale for our Zerg player has got to be up after taking out that army. The unfortunate thing is that morale might be shot down after seeing the reinforcements coming from the Protoss player. There's also, oh man, Mutalisks from our Protoss player flying into the main base. Sziky throwing out the GG, giving the victory to Oya. What a wild match, dude. If you guys enjoyed what you saw, please consider shooting me a like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it, and I'll see you guys on the next one.